I've been dying to do this. Dead. Hey everybody, this is Andrew from Kite Army. You can see I have a lot smaller setup than I had the other day when I did the huge 8-blower beach ball bonanza. The reason why we're back here today is because Kite Army gets to follow the story, and where the story went was people wanted to know what made the two ego blowers different. Here's the 530 CFM and the 575 CFM. If there were actually differences in the electronics or it was really the battery. So what I'm doing today is I'm going to put the exact same battery on the 530 CFM, a 5 amp battery on the 530 CFM that normally comes with a 2.5, and a 5 amp battery on the 575. So ultimately what I'm doing is I'm gonna have the same battery and we're gonna see how these blowers compare. Now, beyond battery, there are some differences. Why don't you come in and I'll show those to you. First of all, here's the 530 CFM model. You can see this was released in 2016. It's got a turbo button. It's got a activation button right here, which the blower won't work unless you squeeze that with the palm of your hand, and you can adjust the speed right here. I think it's a little cumbersome. It works well, but it's a little cumbersome than the new 2017. Also, again, this one comes with a 2.5 amp battery. Some other specifications on this is it's a 56 volt 2.5 amp. It's rated at 530 CFM, 110 miles per hour. Its weight with the 2.5 amp battery is 7.2 pounds. Let's move down here to the second ego. This is the biggest ego blower they have. This is the 575 CFM blower. It comes with a 5 amp battery. Now it's rated at 575 CFM at 142 miles per hour. It's 9.12 pounds with the 5 amp battery, and it sells for $349. Now let's look at some of the equipment here. You can see they've simplified all the controls here. Basically, you just pull the trigger with your hand and you can adjust the speed. There's no more turbo button. I think it's simpler and it's just an easier design. In addition to the larger battery for $349, you get a shoulder strap. That's probably because the unit's a little heavier than the old one, and you also get a diffuser for the nozzle. Okay, both 5 amp batteries have been fully charged. I'm gonna set both blowers to full turbo mode.
Must a white dove sail before she sleeps in the sand? Yes, and how many times must a cannonbolt fly before they're forever banned? The answer, my friend,
13 minutes, and perfect timing, 13 minutes, and we just lost the 575 CFM blower. The 530 just gave up right at 17 minutes and about 23 seconds. So it ran about 4 minutes and 20 seconds longer than the 575. Let's do the summary. That was a really interesting test. Let me tell you what I think the summary of that test is. We saw that the 575 had a little bit more oomph and was able to lift that ball higher by about 5-6 inches. Now, to lift the ball 5 or 6 inches takes a lot of power, but the penalty of that is runtime. So we saw the 575 with the 5 amp hour battery had a shorter long time, significantly by 4.5 minutes. So if you're the kind of person who needs all the power at your hands, the 575 is going to be your option. But if you're someone who wants to kind of spread that power out over time, the 530 is good as well. Now keep in mind with the 575, you can run it at a slower rate and get the same run times that you could get in the 530. Now let's talk about cost. We know the 575 is $350. Okay, that includes the 5 amp hour battery and a few accessories, and also the upgraded controls, which I kind of like. Speaking of the 530 at $199, still a great deal. You get the 2.5 amp hour battery. It's a really good package deal. And you can also buy another battery for about $220, a 5 amp hour battery for $220. So it's going to be a little bit more expensive than that package, but then you'll have 2 batteries. The other option is just really commit to the ecosystem, which I've done. I've got the mower, I've got the hedger, I've got the trimmer, the snowblower. I've got it all, so I can move my batteries around where I need them. I can even run a 7.5 amp hour battery in these blowers and then get really long run times with even additional power. So that's sort of it. I think this test was really great. Thank you for everyone who recommended that I do this. Make sure you check out all my other videos of blowers, and if you haven't seen the big blower bonanza yet, make sure you check that out. I have 8 blowers side by side, and I do a comparison, and it was really fun. So that's it for now. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video, make some comments below, and I'll see you around real soon.